Hello students, so here we are with the question 6 of the exercise 4.2 for the chapter Quadratic Equations. So the question 6 is a cottage industry produces a certain number of poetry articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. If the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. So if we read these statements clearly, the information has been provided for one particular day. What is that information? The information is that on that very day, the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles. And also it's been given that the cost of production on that day was rupees 90. Means we will be solving our question by keeping this particular day, that is the information provided for this day. Right. So let N be number of articles were produced on that day. Okay, here we are assuming that the number of articles which were produced on that very day were n, where n is a variable. And also it's been given that the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles. Twice the number of articles will be 2n and 3 more will be 2n plus 3, right? So this will be the cost per article. Okay, and also it's been given that the cost of production of that day was rupees 90. If n is the number of articles and 2n plus 3 is the cost per article, then if we multiply the number of articles with the cost per article, then definitely this will be the total cost of production, right? So this is also given that the total cost of production is equals to 90. So we will be equating this with 90. So on solving, I'll be getting 2n square plus 3n minus 90 is equals to 0. So as we can see, this is a quadratic equation. So in order to solve the quadratic equation, I'll be doing the middle term splitting. So first I need to find the two terms by doing the prime factorization of the number 180 such that its sum comes out to be equal to plus 3n and its product comes out to be equal to 180n square minus 180n square, right? So performing the prime factorization for 180, it will be then 45, then 15, then 5 and then 5, right? So here the two terms comes out to be plus 15n and minus 12n. And we can see clearly that the sum comes out to be equal to plus 3n and its product is equals to minus 180n square. Means the terms we have splitted the middle term of the quadratic equation is right one. Okay, now if I observe the first and the second term, I can take n common, so I'll be left with 2n plus 15. From the third and the fourth term, I'll be taking minus 6 common, so in the bracket I'll be left with 2n plus 15, which is equals to 0. So I can write it as 2n plus 15 into n minus 6, which is equals to 0. So from here, n comes out to be equal to minus 15 by 2 and 6. These are the solutions of this quadratic equation. But as we know, the number of articles cannot be in fraction and also they cannot be in negative. That is, have you ever seen that the number of articles to be in negative? That don't even make any sense and is not a practical thing. So the only possible solution for this very problem is n is equals to 6. So here we get to know that the number of articles which were produced on that day were 6. So we can write it as the number of articles which were produced on that day was 6. And the cost of production which for per article can be obtained by substituting the value of the n in 2n plus 3. So it will be 2 into 6 plus 3, which comes out to be equal to rupees 15. Means on that very day, 6 were the number of the articles and the cost per article was rupees 15, which was asked in the question. So this was about the sixth question of exercise 4.2. I hope this question is clear to all of you.